Welcome to the Critical Miss. I'm Christian, and this is our very serious guide to how to play League of Legends. Burwell isn't here right now because he's a nerd. He's in the game, but he's probably going to the bathroom or something. But we're actually going to be serious for once and try to teach you how to play League of Legends, because we have a lot of videos on it, and we never really explain how to play. And I know a lot of us don't know how to play. There he is!
Hello, everyone!
Wow, way to leave me hanging.
I apologize.
Just like in those missions.
Wait. We have to make the bond.
Oh, right. So, me and Burwell chose a position, ADC and support. I'm ADC, he is support. If I can get this to work. Okay, there we go.
30 seconds until minions
Now,
spawn.
in League, there's 5 different positions. There's ADC, support, jungle, mid, and top. Would you like to explain what each of them do, Burwell?
Yes. ADC stands for Attack Damage Carry. It is usually a ranged champion that deals physical type damage, and they are built to sustain damage over time. Basically, they're meant to deal high sustained damage over time. So
pretty much, they're the ass kickers. Like, you keep them alive as long as possible, and they'll kill everyone.
Right. I'm playing the position of support, which is generally a champion that harasses their in-lane opponent so that the ADC can farm. Farming is... We'll explain that.
Yeah, we'll go over that when we're in lane.
Yeah.
Mid
is right now the meta, which is like the state of the game or how the game works. Right now the meta is to have your mid laner be a magic damage user, your top laner, who goes into the area up here,
We never rest.
and the jungle is the free roamer that goes into the forest. It is a forest, by the way. It's not a jungle. I looked up the definition. I forget what it actually was, but it's technically a forest, not a jungle. But they roam the map, getting camps that are not in one of the 3 lanes, and they help by ganking, which means pretty much like, for D&D terms, flanking an enemy and getting them from behind to try to kill them by surprise.
Correct.
We are set in
Now, what we're trying to do is one of the 2 main focuses, well, actually I guess 3 main focuses of the game. There's farming, objectives, and kills. The idea is to get as much gold as possible, because gold buys you items, and the 3 ways to do that are the 3 ways that I just said. Farming is you want to hit these minions with the last bit of health in order to kill them. If you if you're the one to kill the enemy or the minion, then you get the gold. See, like, watch. Low on health, 19 gold. If I hit it at any other moment, I won't get the gold. I need to be the last hit. And
now generally, there is usually more fighting going on between the two, the 2 of them and the 2 above.
like right now, we're about to get into engagement.
Stand behind, bro!
So your trick ends.
Oh shit, she flashed.
What? Oh, Thresh got the kill. Whatever. Okay, so we got outplayed. She flashed into the other bush. When you're in a bush, you can't see the enemy unless you have a ward. And a ward grants you vision of a specific area.
Unless someone on your team can see the enemy. Now, what I'm going to try and do is, since he is out of lane, I'm going to try and get as many of these little creepers as I can. But it's not going to be very many because I don't have a lot of strength. I'm all
Defense.
health, stats, and defense to try and help her out. But that's just my character. There are some supports that can do damage, and it all depends really on what you want to play.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to the objectives. So the main objective is to get gold. That's the main objective, because that's where your main character strength comes from. Depending on your type of character, it will depend on items, but we'll get to that later. So the minions grant you gold, and objectives grant you gold. Objectives are examples such as towers. Used to be dragon. Dragon no longer grants you gold. I'll go over that later. Or Baron. Baron is a monster that spawns in this pit right here at about 20 minutes. That gives your team a huge buff if you kill it. You get like super duper stats, and it's great to get. Dragon also gives you stats now. It grants your the monsters in the jungle pretty much grant you power-ups. They're like mini power-ups that you can try to get during the game. They're important as the game goes on. And obviously kills. Kills grant you a lot of gold depending on how many you kill and how many people you trap out. And assists also grant you gold, so it's important to get your teammates involved as well.
Generally, the importance of what you want to do, though, in this lane of the phase, this phase of the game, is in order of importance. The first most important is creep. The second most important is kill. And the third most important is harass.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Like, I'm all fucked up. I made a terrible decision.
Yep.
It's also, to be fair, it's also really hard to try to talk and play this game at the same time, so it's probably not going to be the most graceful of games, but we'll make it work. I knew I should have gone boots before.
Promises must be kept.
What's it called? So yeah, depending on your character will depend on the type of items you want to get. So my character is damage based. I want to get all damage based items. His job as a support is to protect me, so he wants to get defense items. Depending on your playstyle, the easiest way to start the game is as a ranged character, just because you want to keep your being up in an opponent's face at first is really difficult and really hard. So you want to keep your distance from them, and it just makes it easier. So pick anyone with range, and you'll be good to start out playing this game. Or even playing a support, it's just a safe position. It's easier to let someone else carry at first, or someone else get all the kills at first. Even though I know that's what you probably want to do in this game. Also, you're gonna get really frustrated the first couple times you play this game.
Yes, it's just natural. It happens. It's a tough game to grasp and much harder to master.
Especially if you haven't played a MOBA before. Like, it's just a different type of game style that's not like any other type of game. It's a lot of mechanic based it's a lot of precision that most games don't have. Let me think. I was gonna say something. But yeah, if you're starting this game for the first time ever, you're gonna get shit on, like really hard. Because people play Smurf accounts, which are accounts that aren't, that are people of higher level that don't, of higher level that play this game, but they go on like level 3 accounts so they can shit on people, which happens like all the time.
And that was a very well played. That was a perfect example of a gank from Jarvan. He came in. He knocked up the damage dealer, the ADC.
Now, see, this is a good idea. This is a higher elo kind of thing. Now, typically, whenever you get a kill, you want to get an objective, because that means they have a man down and they're vulnerable to map control. Which means, like, it's pretty much like, think of it if you're in sport world, hockey. It's pretty much a power play. We killed one of their teammates is out, so we have a lot more resources to get objectives with. So whenever you get a kill, you want to get a tower or a dragon, or get another kill if you can. Even you want to take advantage of every kill. Don't just stop with the kill.
It is time. Know our pain. No.
Ally has been slain.
F this Thresh.
The Thresh is very good, and the people we're playing with are very good as well. Critic, you should back up. Shit. Oh!
Like that was an example of being a boss.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Sorry, that's why I wasn't talking because I had to like focus for a second. But yeah, towers are also very important to keep in mind because as you saw, they do a fuck ton of damage early. Like towers are the difference between winning and losing lane and early. It's not always good to be pushed up. Like when you feel like you're stomping on someone, you're like, yeah, they can't get any minions, they can't get any gold, I'm winning. But then what'll happen is you're close to their tower, and if you take a tower shot, then all of a sudden you have a really long lane to run back and retreat on. Like you're very far away from your own tower, which is like the most defensive position you can be in. So you're in a very dangerous place. So
Christian, can you do me a favor and click on my character real quick?
yes, clicked on him.
Okay. Now in my inventory, you guys are going to see two things that look like eyes, green things and purple things. Those are vision wards. They offer you no combat stats whatsoever, no health stats, no attack damage, no magic damage, anything like that. What they do offer you is vision. Vision is one of the most important metrics in this game that you guys have to take into account. Vision allows you to see what the enemy jungler is doing, if they're coming in to attack you, if you're vulnerable from a certain area. They can watch objectives for you.
Like see all this black stuff, you have no clue who's over there. And that's like
the fog of war.
So like that could impact your decisions that you make in this game completely. Like, see right now, all of we're aware of is it's a 2v2 right now. So it's a fair battle. But if we have vision of that bush and we know that there's a third person there, it'll change what we want. Like you're not going to go in on a 2v3. You're outnumbered.
Speaking of which, Christian, back up. Let me just ward.
Yeah. So it'd be a good idea for him to, like Jarvan did. They went in on a 2v2. They thought like, oh, we already got 2 kills on them. We could take them. But then Jarvan shows up, and all of a sudden we're in, like, they can't do anything to us.
Finished.
So that comes into more team fighting anyway, and we'll go into that after laning phase. So, laning phase is the first portion of this game. It's the thing that you want to get down the basics of, most importantly, because people will rage at you if you can't lane correctly. But,
We began as
so,
one.
the idea of laning phase isn't usually as much to get kills as it is to get creep. You want to farm as many minions up as possible, get as much gold, so that when team fight does come, you haven't got your butt kicked.
We shall pierce.
And an important, what helped me out when I first played, actually Matt taught me this, especially when you're playing at first and your mechanics aren't as good, it's way more important not to die as it is to get kills.
We trusted.
Yes,
because,
that's absolutely true.
Because the fact that they don't have gold is a lot more important than you having gold, if that makes any sense. Because things can go wrong, especially when you're new to the game. Well, I'm gonna kick his butt. Boom shakalaka. Jarvan, no. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, that was an engage. That was another gank. Very well played by Jarvan. Okay, kind of a dick. Unnecessary. Like, we got the kill. I don't know what he's freaking out about.
You will never suffer enough. Your turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, people... Something to keep in mind is people are gonna be assholes in this game. My best advice as a new player in this game, just turn off the chat. Like, it's just, people are unnecessarily mean and rude, and there's just no reason for it.
We are old.
Like that. Like, he got a kill, and he insulted Burwell for it. Like, Burwell died for him to get that kill, and he's like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, that's just unnecessary. And I just stopped Thresh from being, which is all sorts of fun. Jarvan wants to get Dragon. I don't think that's a good idea because, like I said before, we don't have map control. We haven't killed anyone. They can just follow up right now. Although Thresh did B, but you know what? That's getting into detail. Like, See, there's little things as you, and the cool thing about this game is that the more you play, the little things that you pick up on. Like, you wouldn't think that Thresh just going back to base to buy items wouldn't be important, but it's actually huge because he's not here, so now he can drag.
And now we have even more increased stats. You know, we're a lot stronger. Let's go around the back way.
Yeah. Now we have, with every objective you control, you get more and more abilities.
Know our pain.
And more gold. Most of the time for your team. Pretty much objectives are a team, like, you have to remember it's a team game. So kills may help you most of the time, but you need to help your teammates as well, and that's what people forget. It's a 5-player game and everyone's very selfish in this game, I can tell you right now. If there's a way you can help a teammate, do it. It'll put them on a good mood, be in your favor, and it helps the overall ability of the gameplay of the game. It gives you an advantage.
We are set in motion.
Watch out. I think someone's coming down. Yep.
Yeah, it's Susan.
Disconnected.
No.
Alright, I can type what I do.
No. Run.
Wow, that was cool.
An enemy has been slain.
I don't know my art is there.
Your turret has been destroyed.
But yeah, that was a gank from the Satin. That's just their jungle? Yes. That was the gank from their jungle. And Jarvan came to help. I don't know if he'll actually win.
Slain.
He'll be
He will
close.
not.
Oh, he did. But now minions.
Oh, wow.
You always got to take into account minion damage.
Down.
And he died.
We can
And now, see, since I've muted him, if he goes and says something stupid and I don't want to hear it, I don't have to.
And the way to mute is you press the tab button, and these little like cloudy things on the right side of the screen, you click those and they are muted. Like, boom, Jarvan muted.
Bam. See? It's easy. And then you don't have to hear from them, just play your game. Don't let anybody else play your game, play your game.
And the important part is just try to have fun. Like, it's going to be frustrating at times, you're not always going to win.
Keyword, game.
People
Play
take it
your
really seriously.
It's not that serious. And have fun with it. If someone tells you, you know, you can't play a certain position, I mean, oh, you can't play gangplank top? Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's, honestly, especially when you're playing it first, like, as long as you're not doing ranked, like, do whatever you want. Like, it's a fun game. Like, you're just here to play. Make up your own positions if you want. Like, if you're learning... Also, jungle. Important fact. Don't play jungle for a while. Jungle's not important. Just pick a lane. The simplest way to get into this game is to just pick a lane champion or pick a lane at first.
Oh.
Because jungle, monsters are tough. It's a totally different mechanic. You're going to get your butt kicked most likely. And another helpful tip as a starting player, play with a friend. That's the best way to get into this game. It's a free game. It doesn't cost money. So anyone can download it and start playing. And it's good to learn together. You have someone to teamwork with. That's how my cousin actually got started, and he's one of the best players we have on our team now.
Trust is a weapon.
Alright, we're going to try to go down and gank this vein. Hopefully no one comes.
No. Bush is coming. No, Pekka.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
see, that's a good call by Burwell. That's why it's good to have teammates that you play this game with, because now he warned me and I almost made a huge mistake. And just mechanic-wise, something that I see a lot of early players do,
Yo.
and this character that I play demonstrates perfectly, is people just stand still and hit minions. You want to move as much as possible.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Yeah, there's nothing I could do there. He was too tanky.
Where the fuck? Oh, there. Yeah, that's what happened.
It also doesn't help that Anivia keeps quitting. So we're pretty much playing a 4v5, but that's going to happen from time to time. Nothing you can do about it.
And
Now-
Nar lost to Garen.
So everyone's pretty much losing lane, which makes any game hard to win.
Right. But that's an important thing, because we're gonna keep trying to win this game. I have no intention of surrendering or anything like that. What you can do after 20 minutes, you can surrender if the game you feel is unwinnable. Let me tell you something. Every game is winnable. There's, you know, it may be hard, and you may not learn how to do it right away, but every single game is winnable.
It is time.
Right, Christian?
Oh yeah, definitely. We've won games where our Nexus, which is this main objective, this is the thing that you want to eventually go into their enemy base and kill, has been down to like 10 health. And we've come back and won because the team, as the game goes longer, the time that you're dead gets longer as well. So
we gotta contest Dragon.
alright. So as the game goes on, if you're dead for a minute, that gives the opponent team a minute to do whatever they want in your base. And that becomes really important in late game. Now this is going to be our third dragon. So see, everything isn't about kills. They have 20 kills and we only have 13. But we have 3 dragons. There's 3 buffs that they don't have. So now, with the third dragon, we move faster. That's the third dragon bonus. And when you get 5 dragons, you essentially win. Like, that's one way to win, if you want to think of it that way. Because 5 dragons, you get a super power boost, and you're pretty much a Super Saiyan.
I can't stop him.
Nothing I can do.
You have been slain.
See, that's just really lame. Garen had a boner for me, so there's just like nothing I can do. And actually, I'm going to use one of my mistakes to kind of teach you guys. Some items, I'm going to go over the item shop. If you want to buy an item, like let's say I'm a damage person, you go to all items, you go to damage, you could read through them all. It's when you're first starting the game, all you need to know is like, if you're an ability power person, you click the ability power section, and if you're a damage person, you go to the damage section. If you're a tank, you go to the health, armor. They have every category labeled for you. Items aren't super important when you're starting to play, but they're just helpful to know.
Yep.
And some items have powers, like Blade of the Ruined King. I forgot to activate that. Those are activated by the numbers listed next to the item. So that's a 2. If I press 2 and read the description, which is targets an enemy champion and steals their health, if I hovered over a champion and pressed 2, I would gain their health, and they would lose it. Which is important and could turn the tide of a fight. Like if I used it on Garen just now, instead of being an idiot, I could have possibly kept kiting him, which is running away from him while attacking, and killed him. But that's something that'll come with time. That's not going to happen right away. I know when I first started playing the game, I completely forgot how to, or didn't know how to use items. And there goes Ham Sauce McGee. Oh, I should have. And see, this is where the dragons are coming in. They have so many kills on us, but objectives are just as important. We have so many power buffs that we're equal, if not stronger than them. And we just got 2 objectives, because we got 2 kills. Let's keep going, because Garen is top. Split pushing is another strategy. If you're not a great team fighter, if you're not great with your team, Just go into another lane and keep fighting in that lane. Don't give up and just keep pushing it.
Our spirit
Has been destroyed.
the wounds of the train never.
An enemy
Every
has been
game
slain.
is winnable. Now these things, these are called inhibitors. I don't think we're going to be able to get this one. And that was a
Kiting.
great example of kiting. See, they want me dead. As an ADC, that's probably one of the more dangerous positions. You do the most damage on the team, so the objective for your team is to kill, obviously, the person who does the most damage, which is the ADC. And my team did a great job of keeping the enemies away from me, while at the same time I did damage and walked away from them. And that's really all you can do as an ADC. Just keep your range, keep attacking
That wasn't
until they're dead.
That's yep.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Now Nara's gonna butt kick this Garen. See, now he was split pushing, that's another strategy. We were team fighting. There's a big map. While we were mid lane, he was marching down our top lane. And it's important not to get angry. I actually learned from almost everything that the enemy team does.
We see.
It's important to be map aware, and what that means is if you're in your lane fighting someone, you need to be aware of what's going on this mini map right here. That tells you all the information that you need to know what's going on. And probably a good thing to go over for new champions is powers. Every time you level up, like I'm level 12, that means I got 12 points to use in my powers.
Yes.
Your Q is usually your main power. It differs from every champion. Mine throws a spear. Your W, mine throws a sight ward. It's pretty much like the wards that we put down, only it's an ability I can use. And my E is a proc that when I hit someone with an auto attack, it does damage when I press E. Every champion's powers are different, but the most important one is your R. R is your ult. Your ultimate move. That's your most powerful ability that your champion has at their disposal. It usually has a really long cooldown, but see, like I'm just gonna run here. Just shaking Garen out of the fight.
Welcome to this game of law. Silver running by this ADC. Rumble going 4-0. I ain't seen the jungle in forever, man. Ari doing work with her ball. Thresh is landing every single E.